Well, let me tell you. The amount of time I said this thing on social media yesterday announcing that this man is out. And then Quayle says,
what are you talking about? Yeah.
I did not resign. You can quote me on that. That's what he told the Gleaner. Asked whether he was fired, he said, I was not fired. So George Quayle remains our police commissioner.
But there are folks reporting that his future as commissioner is uncertain.
But Quayle so retire.
I was just going to say, he announced last week, that August,
he might retire.
He's retiring. So oh boy. He met yesterday with National Security Minister Robert Montague. The ministry said the meeting was centered around the murder spike, his plan going forward, and of course the embarrassing New Year's Day airport gridlock as a result of that party SANS that was held. Out of that meeting we hear that him fire him, don't fire him. So I don't know what to do.
I have a problem with what's happening with SANS.
In what? Which
it
part?
was extremely unfortunate, extremely. But I don't think the problem is just a SANS problem.
It's a societal.
It's a societal problem.
Issue.
It's a general regulatory problem. It's a policy problem.
It's an enforcement problem.
So they keep saying SANS, but I think it needs a bigger discussion than SANS. It needs when all events happen. But we have this tendency, you know, it's like noise abatement, and we pass this big act, and everything still a play up to 6 o'clock in the morning. I deaf the people in the residential community.
I mean, how do you really feel about this? Because I'm not sure. They would like some sleep, people.
No, but not just
community.
Me wanting sleep, though.
Yes.
Because not just my community. I see people complaining. So I'm saying, Simone, we sit, we say these are the things that should happen, but there's no enforcement. And I beg to say, we need more police officers. What we have can't manage the problems that we have. No, well, I mean, apart from those who are already in the force, we need more. Me personally, the policeman, them, I forgot to try to solve some serious crime. Traffic. Then traffic, I tell you what's supposed to know. Say, don't break the line, don't drive on the sidewalk, don't break the light.
I find we're in a real conundrum because we need more police officers.
We do.
But we're not paying our police officers. So some would argue that we're not attracting the right kind of officers to the force. When we don't pay our police officers, they have to hustle. Yeah. They end up in all sorts of hustles and fall prey to all sorts of... Not that there's some who are just not bad apples, because that is true, but, you know, you're asking them to do so much for...
Put their life on the line. So what is their life worth?
I don't know.
That's all we need to ask ourselves.
It's a conundrum.
These people are putting their lives on the line. What is their life worth?
I would like to say I hear some gunshot the other night, and it's not a pipe gun. This was like a pumpy. I've never heard anything like that before, and I know it wasn't police. I suspect, and I'm saying to myself, I thought to myself in that instant,
you lock up in your
that as a
house,
police officer,
and police must go headlong into it.
We don't go into it. Me go.
Yeah.
It's serious.
What is their life worth? Anyway. This is a serious thing, Simi. The National Works Agency is urging motorists to exercise caution as some roads are constantly being affected by land slippages.
This is in Portland.
Portland and St. Mary. They said look out for falling material along the Limehall Main Road in St. Anne, the Junction Road in St. Mary. Then Junction never fixed the other day in a by-election. And the Natural Bridge to Pear Tree Grove Road. That's an area known as Seafeet. You know something I like when I laugh and I ask a serious question. Why everybody laughing?
Actually, I heard
no shade, I'm just asking.
I heard Mr. Vaz saying last night that all the work that was put in, all the roads that were fixed, all the investment that was made has literally been washed away and made worse because of this. So the disrepair that existed before that they managed to fix we're gone back now to beyond that. some more retrograde steps than even what existed before. Crops have been washed away, roads are gone, houses are collapsing. So it's really a very sad state in Portland.
Me don't know what to say.
What do you mean? Is the rain?
Yeah, but we know rain falls in Portland.
But
though.
it's not a rain. It's
and
not.
We know that.
No,
so when we are going to build
rain.
a road, no, right? But when we're going to build a road, do we? Because I have a problem with what's happening on the highway as well. Do we look at the area and do some kind of environmental and say, look, when rain falls, this always flood, this are gonna slip. So if we're gonna, and this is what's gonna affect what I'm fixing. So I need to fix that before I fix it. Or we're going to keep on spend billions. How much billions spend? And I better we put the money in a hospital them and fix up some hospital with sick people. Because if you're going to tell me so we just spend billions to fix a road that rain fall and mash up.
It's not just rain though, it's like rain. That's what they're saying is that it's not,
and that side of the island always have rain.
But this is rain.
And when we have fixed the road, if we plan for rain.
But you can't know that rain was coming because it's climate change.
It just wash where Montego Bay.
Through.
And it just wash where, so everything.
Through. But some of that have to do with us as well. I mean, we had Stephen Shaw yesterday here and Sir Gordon from the NSWMA talking about how we contribute to that. But boy, let me tell you, I feel it for the folks in those communities.
All right.
Wish you all the best.
So anyway, Rio Grande to Coffee's Head, Moortown, Cornwall, Barracks Roads, not accessible to vehicular traffic. Moortown never did accessible from morning and leave the maroon them up there for nobody can go up there. Where else? Castleton, schools in the parish have been affected by it. All right, this I like. JUTC driver disarms robber. Yes, he's in hospital treating wounds he sustained. I hope you get well soon, while disarming a would-be robber in Greater Portmore at about 5:30 p.m. Broad. The culprit, armed with a 9mm pistol, tried to rob the driver when a struggle ensued between them, where the driver was stabbed in the chest by the gunman. So not only did I've gone him a knife too. The passengers came to his assistance. Isn't that wonderful? And the assailant was disarmed.
Dele Harris, crime in this country. Jesus Christ.
An off-duty JTC employee was also injured during the incident.
Oh my God.
So I tell them, you know, anyway. So I think it's robbery and attempted murder. It must be charged against somebody. He's kill you or try to kill them.
Well, we salute that JUTC driver and all those folks for their bravery. Because that takes a lot of bravery to do that. Self-sacrifice. Finally, we're going to do this one. You have the picture, Kay, put it up. There's a picture circulating online of this young man in a very cute hoodie, but it reads, "Coolest monkey in the jungle." It's on H&M site.
I can't.
And it's been stirring significant outrage and backlash. Look at this handsome young man wearing a hoodie about how he's the coolest monkey. I mean, who even thought this was...
Somebody whose IQ is less than a monkey who lives in the jungle.
But I mean, maybe it's a direct stunt because, you know, outrage kind of fuels. Like I said, no publicity is bad publicity, even though I don't agree. But this to me is just so... I don't even have words. I don't even have words. Did they issue an apology?
The Weeknd says he's no longer going to be working with the brand.
Jeez, I'm crying.
They finally removed the photo. They did issue an apology. The image has now been removed, and we apologize to anyone this may have offended, which means they probably don't think it's offensive, but if you thought it was, okay. In the year 2018, there's no way brands or art directors can be this negligent and lack awareness.
That's what
we have to do better.
Said. I mean, who
says
thought
designer
that was
Alex
even...
Medina.
Man, I tell you.
Cutest,
I've seen it with Dove.
Monkey in the jungle.
Which other brand did it? Some other brands did it. Somewhere in Japan where people go into the washing machine dark and come back out light skin and people.
Empowerment is a hell of a thing, you see?
Gotta be aware.
And people who now feel empowered.
Messaging.
To say racist messages. They feel empowered now to do so.
And they're making America great again.
But
anywho,
we conquered it before and we will conquer it again. Life is a cycle.
Look how you talk about the whole of the time. It's 6:20. I'm birthday.
Oh gosh! And somebody tweeted me last night. So somebody tweeted me last night and said, Delia, please say happy birthday to me. I come. Rashali Nolan from Richard Anderson and your daughter Jada. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. More?
No.
Okay. So then make a break.
No. We could see the people
that we mean, then we break and then we just
so let us all begin. We know that nothing win. But I can hold it in. Say it loud as you can. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. We know the key